Hey guys, I'm David.
Hi, this is Juanita.
And I have always wanted to know what girls think of guys doing cosmetic surgery. Also related to hair transplants, cosmetic hair procedures, hair medication, all of that stuff. And I didn't tell Juanita anything about what I'm going to ask her today, but I'm going to ask her some pretty intense questions. And all I told her is you've got to answer me honestly. Tell me exactly what you really think. So today we're going to find out with this girl, Juanita, who, let's face it, she's probably what most of us guys who are getting some work done on her hair, this is the dream if it all works out perfectly. So we're going to find out the dream. What does she think? Okay, so Juanita, I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
Today I had some kind of like slight cosmetic surgery done.
Okay.
Yep, it was, I had exosomes. It was like injected into my scalp. So exosomes is like a new stem cell technology, and it's supposed to like help regenerate hair. So can you see like there's some little...
Yeah, I can see the little...
There's like
the little dots, the red dots.
a little bit of redness.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on this?
Well, as long as it goes away, and I mean, you can really tell. Like if you just told me and I'm like, oh, okay. That's really nice. I mean, it looks good. The redness is going to go away. It's good.
So how would you feel? I think you already know this about me because we've talked a couple other times, but I've never really asked you, how do you feel about the fact that I have had 3 hair transplants?
Well, I mean...
You can tell me straight up.
No. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like you're trying to improve how you look. I mean, you look good. You feel good with yourself. So I think that's really good.
So what if we're on a first date together? We're sitting across from each other, and you never really heard much about hair transplants before. You know it's a thing, and then I told you, I was like, hey, you know what? This is something I just kind of want to get out of the way. Don't pull my hair too hard tonight because it's all hair transplanted. How would you feel?
I would feel like, wow, that's really good for me, for you. I like it. I mean, yeah, you're just trying to improve how you look. I think it's really good. You always want to look better. Yeah. Just like girls does.
Just like girls do, exactly. So I've always kind of thought that, and I've told a couple of friends of mine. I've got this one young friend, he had a hair transplant, and he was terrified of anyone finding out that he had a hair transplant because he thought, what if girls find out? And he's only like 23 years old. He's like terrified. What if they find out and they're going to make fun of me and then they're going to do this? And I told him that when I've been on dates with girls and it happened to come up that I had a hair transplant, if anything, it was a positive thing within the date because they would usually mention like, is there anything about you that you've ever thought about getting like changed cosmetically? Really?
Yes.
Oh, what were you going to get done?
I would. I
mean, if you were going to get one thing done.
One thing, my abdomen. Like
really?
I would get it like toned.
Interesting. I didn't know you could even do that.
And maybe I would get lip injections. And like you guys don't judge that, right?
Yeah.
Like why would we judge that? Like we get Botox. We get this and that in your boobs, and why would we judge that? Like, if you want to look better with your hair, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally feel that. I mean, if I found out a girl was doing something, especially that was not too intensely surgical, but just kind of, keeping things up, like Botox or something like that, I would just think that's cool that they're kind of taking care of themselves, just almost like going to the gym or anything like that, right?
Yes. We always want to take care of ourselves. We always want to look better. And I mean, if that's something that makes you feel good with yourself, I don't judge.
Cool. So I've asked you how you feel about hair transplants, and if that's, it doesn't seem like that would sway your opinion of a guy whatsoever, whether they had or hadn't. If anything, maybe a positive thing if it worked out well, right? So what do you think about hair with a guy? Like, what's your feeling on that? Do you see a lot of bald guys and think like, oh, that's like a really good looking bald guy? Or do you prefer hair? Or is it just depend on the guy? Or like, how do you feel about all of that? What's your, just what generally comes to your mind? Obviously there are exceptions all over the place, but what generally comes to your mind?
Well, if someone would have asked me like, how do you like a guy? Like I always imagine them, like I always have a picture of them with hair, of course.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, if they're missing some hair over here, I mean, as long as they look good, it's fine with me. But I mean, it's always better to have A guy with hair.
So that's, and when you're picturing like your ideal guy in your head, it's a guy with hair. With hair. Okay, yes. Interesting. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for answering these questions. I hope this was helpful for you guys.